Hello, travelers. Welcome back to my journey space, a chill space. I really wanted to create just a community container that we can have as the group, but you can also have as an individual to use in whatever way is going to support you. And tonight we're going to start off with a meditation. Within the meditation, I'll give about 7 minutes to go inward and hold the space for you. And we'll come out. After meditation, there'll be some journaling time, about 20 minutes. And then I'm going to pull some oracle cards for fun, just see what new messages want to come through in this beginning of the year. And I want to invite you to use this space in whatever way works for you to follow along exactly. Maybe instead of journaling, you just continue to lie down and rest. Maybe you fold some laundry. Maybe you do a little bit of work. But what's important is that we're all here in the container, doing it in a way that's supportive to your nervous system and just having some softness and gentleness and having that time in your day. So listen in the background if that works for you, and join in when you feel. So start by getting into a comfortable position if you're with me here on the meditation. I'm so happy you're here. Did I say that? And whatever is supporting you in your body right now, to lie down, to lean back in your chair, to sit on the ground. Let yourself simply arrive. And taking a slow, deep breath in. And let it go. Inhale. And exhale. Feel your breath gather beneath your ribs. Your body resting in this small miracle of beginning. The day is new. And it will unfold to meet you. You are already a part of it, the unfolding. The light is finding you through the branches, across the walls, touching your skin, feeling whatever sensations are coming up in your body. Touching your skin, feeling the boundaries where the tips of your fingers meets the skin on your body. your breath, your heart, all coming into alignment in a beautiful flow of usable life force energy, gathering together for you to be creative in whatever way you choose. You are here. There's a doorway, a thin space between what was and what will be. Poet David White wrote in his beautiful poem, What to Remember When Waking. In that first, hardly noticed moment in which you awake, coming back to this life from the other, more secret, movable, and frighteningly honest world where everything began. There is a small opening into the new day, which closes the moment you begin your plans. There are days when we begin again, not because the world has changed, but because we have remembered our place in it. And take a nice inhale for a count of 4. And hold gently at the top. At the top of the breath, feel the fullness, the quiet expression in your chest. And exhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause at the bottom. The stillness between breaths, where nothing is forced and everything is at rest. And inhale again, letting your breath rise like light through water, and hold at the top. Feel your heart softly open. And exhale for 4. Releasing any tension through the soles of the feet. Letting all excess energy, all stuck energy Places in the body that have stuck energy, let that move slowly down like the trunk of a tree through your body, through the soles of your feet. And rest in that small sacred moment between what was and what will be. Each breath is a prayer of renewal. The inhale gathers the new, and the exhale releases what no longer belongs. An inhale and exhale. This rhythm is older than thought. Your body remembers. Find yourself walking along a river's edge. Morning mist clinging to the surface of the ground. The water reflects a sky that's not yet sure of its color. Each step feels steady and alive. The world is quiet, watching its own reflection. You pause at the river's edge, seeing yourself clearly, not as you were, but as you are becoming. Nothing is lost. Nothing is lost. Every ending has been folded into this beginning. Some Rumi for love and inspiration. Rumi says, be like the sun for grace and mercy. Be like the night to cover others' faults. Be like running water for generosity. Be like death for rage and anger. Be like the earth for modesty. Appear as you are. Be as you appear. Let these words ripple through you. like sunlight across the water. And turn gently inward now. Let the outer world fall away and feel yourself arriving at this new beginning. As a quiet prayer, a soft devotion, a doorway opening in your chest. Let your bodies dream the shape of what's to come, not with effort, but with trust. Breathe. The body knows the way. Your body is the prayer. I'll mark our time inward with a bell. I'll give you a chime. Have a wonderful journey for a few minutes, and I'll see you on the other side. And I'll chime the bell again for you. the body as it lies beneath whatever surface. Begin to feel the edges of your body again. The air against your skin. The pulse in your wrists. The warmth behind your eyes. The breath moves easily now, like water sliding over stone. Every breath is both ancient and brand new. I begin again in peace. I carry the wisdom of what was and the wonder of what is. I begin again in peace. Every breath is a doorway. I do not need to hurry life. Life meets me where I am. I carry the wisdom of what was and the wonder of what is. I trust the unfolding of my path. Renewal rises quietly within me. I begin again in peace. I do not need to hurry. Life meets me where I am. Every breath is a doorway. Renewal rises quietly within me. I trust the unfolding of my path. My purpose is not to strive, but to be fully present in this moment. I carry the wisdom of what was and the wonder of what is. I begin again in peace. David White, What to Remember When Waking. To be human is to become visible while carrying what is hidden as a gift to others. To remember the other world in this world is to live your true inheritance. Notice how light the body feels, the lightness, soft, steady, and awake. And you can return to this stillness anytime. Lean into this moment and this feeling, these sensations of the body. Perhaps an image is coming to you now. The feeling of a texture, a sensation in the body, an imprint that you can remember in these moments you want to return to this place. This peace of mind, this renewal, it waits for you like morning. And slowly just breathing in and out. If you're with me, coming out of the meditation, just move the body slowly, wiggling your fingers and your toes. Only the shoulders, the wrists, the pelvic, and just moving gently and slowly. And staying in this place and relaxing like this a bit more. Letting the mind stay quiet, or moving into what's coming next for you in our time together. I am going to invite you to journal for 20 minutes. And you can use the prompt if you would like. What have I been slowly moving towards? That is about to break through in the coming year. Perhaps what have I let go to make room for what I'm breaking through in the coming year? Or simply write whatever is coming to you that you need to get out. I only ever give suggestions. You are your own guide, your own shaman of your own life. So I'll put the music back up. I tapped my little sure right here, and I think I might have lost the music. So hopefully, in that silent space of the meditation, you were still there. I'll have to check this video. But if you tap this right here, the sound goes off, and I sometimes forget. But we'll keep the music on here. So grab your paper and your pen if that's where you're going. Moving into our next bit, I'm right here. And the community's here with you. And maybe we're not here right now on this live, but the community of souls coming into this video are all here to support you. And I am most definitely 100% here to support you. I will see you in 20 minutes. We'll start with our chime, and then I'll give you a 3-minute warning. at 17 minutes, and then I'll chime again at the end. Okay. Happy journaling. Slowly writing those last few words, last few bits, knowing that you got everything you need for today. And you can come back to this journaling practice anytime you want. We just do it together here and be there for each other, encouraging this place of coming home into yourself, to integrate what needs to be integrated, to give that to yourself, your insight, your intuition. We practice it together so that we remember to do it on our own more in journaling and in just life as the need arrives. I know it's one of the reasons I started doing this. It helps me. Being here with you guys and creating this for you helps me. Something that came in when I was journaling was the other side of the dark night of the soul. So, are some of you out there on? Oops, are some of you out there on the other side of the dark side of the soul, dark night of the soul? Do you realize that you're actually on the other side of the dark night of the soul? So, what does the other side look like? Daybreak, right? The crack. It's like the sun really hasn't risen yet, but you can see it cracking through. It's going to rise, right? So maybe you can't see everything fully now. You're in the liminal space or a place of the nothing. where anything can arise, anything can be possible. And perhaps what can arise and be possible is something completely unknown to you, something that you have been dreaming about working on, that you feel isn't possible or can only be possible if you expend every bit of your energy and you torture yourself and you suffer for it and you spend all day working until you can't, and then you have to try it 12,000 different times and to get it to work and wait years and years and years. If what if the light just started to come through and the sun just rose and it just happened naturally because that's the natural order of things. That's what happens in your life. It's the natural order of things that what is coming to you next is just coming to you with ease because it is meant to. And you have put in the time. You've put in the personal growth work, the looking at yourself, the actions, the releasing of something difficult, or maybe something that was a huge part of your identity or a part of your life, something that wasn't working anymore, some environment or some person or some job or some combination there. And so before the sun breaks through, before that happens, there's a moment where we don't see, but we know we're about to. And maybe that feels overwhelming, like the complete difference, or even the fact that something that you want to change in your life that you've been creating or dreaming about for a while could actually be. And so we take this moment to just be gentle with ourselves and rest while the light just peeks through and breathe through the moment of the uncertainty or the unknown of not being able to see everything fully yet. Perhaps you do see, you don't need the obvious or to see there is something that it's like your heart sees it before your mind understands it or even your body feels it. The heart is connecting and seeing and feeding information to you. But because in our society, we don't really tend to talk that way or kind of see things that way or culturally we're not taught that way, and the other everything it's important too to intellectually understand things too. Of course, I'm all about the body wisdom, but sometimes there's just something before it hits you that and there can be that spot of overwhelm of getting used to the love in your life that is you coming into existence. And from that love of yourself and of the fulfillment, it is so much easier to manifest that which we can see, taste, touch, feel, experience. Pandora's gift. I was saying something to someone today about Pandora's box being opened because I was having this some deep insights around some old patternings around family and money and relationships. And I was realizing how there's a huge coupling around the need to appear to be to be successful in a certain kind of way. That money really does buy you love, and so it's just so crooked. But sometimes, like, and it's not like our families are horrible people. Like, usually they're coming out of the trauma of their parents and their parents and their parents and these things that are born out of survival, yeah, of trying to survive and scarcity. um, begin to kind of get integrated into the familial ancestral, DNA, right? And we just have to be aware of that, but not make it the excuse for everything. It's to be aware of it and to realize perhaps there is some untangling. But it's a gift, right? Well, and that's what was coming up for me. So when I saw, but it is a gift to be given the insight of those deep patterns, to let them keep unwinding, because there is a great gift in being able to completely remove the mask of what you think you have to be based on family, society, your ex-husband, whoever. But it's also about what do you want to be? What do you want to create for yourself? Who do you want to present to the world? And who do you want to show up for? Show up for yourself first and foremost, but who do you want to reveal your vulnerable self to? And what boundaries do you want to strengthen and have a deeper understanding of? And so to unwind whatever, patterns are coming up that you see within yourself, right? And to see it as the gift and the opportunity to look at it and begin to reframe the story around it, and perhaps even practice in your daily life doing things a little bit differently, a little bit at a time. And if you are aware of it and take these little tiny digestible baby steps every day, you might find yourself sometime in the very, very, very near future taking a complete left turn, realizing that you have actually rewritten the story of whatever has been overwhelming your life, or whatever pattern has been blocking you. Something that was probably very useful and helped you feel safe before, that is now holding you back. I'll leave it at that, and I wanna thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for sharing your time with me. It is always an honor. I do these, um, sometimes they're just journaling, sometimes they're just meditation. Often they're a little bit of a both. It's just the chill space, the somatic reset space, and I do it several times a week. So please subscribe so that you can be notified every single time I come up. And I hope to see you in a live so that we can connect with you more, as I would absolutely love that. So you can look for these lives, and you can look for my discussions that I love to put up around relational and intimacy um, topics. And I like to hold that grounded space around our deepest connections. And these lives and these videos, the journaling meditation is also, that is about working on the most important, deepest connection, and that's the one to yourself. And from that deep connection with yourself, that healing, that is where the most healthy, beautiful, aligned connections can come into our lives. So please give this a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it if you had fun here, so that YouTube can let other people know to have they can have fun here too. And I will see you next time. Mwah. Bye.